The flaws of brick and mortar. A year of American public high school curriculum is 180 days. For comparison, the Chinese built a 57-story days. Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence in 17 days, and a man named Pembrey climbed Mount Everest in 8 hours. These examples prove great things can be accomplished within a small time frame. Yet, when it comes to the United States public school, 180 days are needed to teach algebra. The once beautiful, powerful American education system has been outpaced by more efficient online platforms. These platforms are superior to brick and mortar schools because they allow students to work at their own speed, reduce the cost of learning, and offer freedom from the restraints of traditional schooling. Work at a personal pace. It is far easier to teach on a case-by-case basis because this method allows students to work at their own pace. The post-war era of standardization in education has ingrained itself in the public school system, maintaining prevalence for decades and restricting students' freedom. This subpar brick-and-mortar teaching strategy lumps students into grade levels and requires them to work at the pace of the slowest student. Education today can be likened to a convoy in a time of war. The entire system is slowed down to protect its weakest link, just as the convoy must slow down to go at the speed that will permit its slowest vessel to remain in formation. Nightingale, midday. Nearly everyone fears change because routine breeds contempt. The public school system is no different. However, change is necessary in order to improve our century-old factory model of education. All people must explore better options. Online platforms allow students to take more time with tougher subjects and speed through subjects in which they excel. Liberated from the limitations of a regulated classroom, students are free to exploit their strengths and improve their weaknesses, fully utilizing online platforms to their advantage. Cut down on costs. The cost of learning can and should be reduced. For instance, let's examine one specific county in the state of Georgia, Forsyth. Located 45 minutes north of Atlanta, Forsyth's budget for the 2019 fiscal year totals $444 million. Pop 2018. On administrators alone, Forsyth spends $26 million. Remember, this is the amount of money spent for one county out of hundreds and one state out of 50. Imagine the billions of dollars wasted every year on poorly planned public education in all of America. By simply eliminating the need for administrators in Forsyth, the county could free up $26 million every year. This freed up cash could then buy every single student a laptop and internet connection. They could let them work at their own pace, free from the overhead costs of a brick and mortar school. Electricity, air conditioning for a 100,000 square foot building, school bus transportation, custodian salaries, teacher salaries, principal, and assistant principal salaries, it adds up quick. The most cost-ineffective way of educating is how nearly every public school in America is currently run. For example, in 2011, $22.3 billion was spent on student bus transportation. McDonald, 2014. In that same year, more than half of all students drove their own car to school. American citizens' tax dollars are paying for public schools to run half-empty buses across the county all day, 180 days a year. Online gives the freedom of choice. Freedom from the restraints of traditional schooling offers students more time to pursue things they are interested in rather than being holed up in a cement-laden classroom. Parents of students recognize this opportunity, but often have a few quarrels with the online education. There are two main points of contention for those who are unenthusiastic about online education. 1. Will my student miss the social aspect of school? 2. Will my student be prepared for the real world? 1. Yes, a student will not be in the same social learning environment if they attend online school. However, the freedom of online far outweighs the social aspects of brick and mortar. If the student wants to see the Spider-Man matinee at the local theater, go ahead. No need to worry about missing third period. There is no third period. All their classes are theirs to take on their time, wherever, whenever. If a 17-year-old wants to spend a semester abroad, they could be in Italy, sipping fresh orange juice, gazing over the gorgeous countryside with a laptop in their lap, finishing up junior year online, using an online platform. If a student wants to dance, become an actor, or play travel sports, online education offers all the flexibility imaginable, opening a new world of social opportunities. Online education is as close to real-world education can get. There is nobody watching over the student's shoulder, making them keep pace. An unmotivated pupil will show unmotivated results, falling behind peers. In the same sense, a motivated pupil can excel as fast as they want to work, meaning the average 4 years of high school could be completed in months, giving them literal years back from their life. This may seem like a burden to parents, and there's a reason why. High school is often regarded as a glorified daycare, a place where parents ship off their children while they work. Know that it is in a student's best interest to do school online, and any struggle will be worth the parents' time. Encourage students to work for themselves, to strive for excellence, and they will succeed in the self-paced environment of online education. Wrapping up. Education is one of the pillars of American life. The average American high school student spends nearly 6.8 hours in school each day. 6.8 hours times 180 days in the school year, that's 1,224 hours each year. Now multiply 1,224 hours each year times the 4 years of high school, and the average American high school student spends 4,896 hours of their life in the classroom. That is more than enough time to become an expert at nearly anything, yet when students graduate, they have mastered nothing. I urge you not to sentence your child to the monotonous fate of public schooling, where creativity is squashed and freedom crippled. Opt for online and give your student the opportunity to be anything, anywhere, anytime. Thank you.